Hi everyone, I'm Nikki, this is Leigh, and we just bought a new house.
Alright, so I'm out in the dunny, the outback dunny, and you can see here the roof is absolutely filled with cobwebs. Not only that, but it's got this ugly stuff in here. So I've lifted two of them out, and the roof is a lot higher up there. So I'm going to take this out, then we'll just figure something out, like paint the roof, put a light up there, and then this will be a lot bigger, this room, which is nice, because what I'm thinking is we take the toilet out from here. Down there's the toilet. And then we can put like a washer and dryer and a laundry here against the wall. So that's why we ripped out the gas boiler from here to allow this space, and maybe even a bit of a pantry for the kitchen, because the kitchen's quite small. But to have this extra height, I think it's going to be really good. I don't know where they built this lower ceiling here. Who knows? But yeah, it's going to turn a cramped little dummy into kind of a reasonably sized laundry. So let's pull this out without getting too much in our hair. Well, that's impossible. Too much cobwebs. That one comes down. Okay, and now here comes the fun. These are so thin. Look at the talent here, filming and renovating with one hand. Oh, there we go. Gotcha. Look how filthy that thing is. All that stuff on there, so I'm just gonna take him out. Oh, he's broken already. I was gonna say in one piece. We'll take him out and throw him straight in the rubbish. Now have a look at all these cobwebs that are up there. It's like a cobweb farm up here. Ugh. I'm gonna have to brush them down. But yeah, I'll see if I can just break this off. I think this is on just with tacks. So if I get the crowbar, I can take this off. I think this one just pops out, yep. And then I'll take these cupboards off. I'm gonna throw them out as well. And then this last one here. How's that for a tripod? The stairs are coming down. Okay. I like this shot. This is one of my favorites. So what is the last stair that's the difficult one? I might actually text Annie, see if he knows anyone wants the stairs. Okay, the second last stairs. The stairs are loose. This is where it's gonna get tricky.
No, it's not tricky.
Not tricky, okay. And the stairs are out. Here's good.
Yes.
Yeah, here's good. Okay, right. Nice one. Are you all right, Nico?
Yes.
The stairs are out. They look so much less impeding. I'm just gonna put these for free on Marketplace, I think. Someone picks them up, the better, the sooner. Good morning from the house. So today I've got a bit of a messy job. I'm getting covered in dust. The plasterers are coming tomorrow, and I've got this here, which is a concrete wall which has already been plastered, but I've scraped it off as best as I could, but it's still just not perfect. So I think if we put it on top of this, it could risk falling off and peeling off later. So I've got to get up here with a hammer and a scraper and just try and get all of this off and all of this off as well. So it's going to be quite a job. As you can see, I've already made a mess over here, and I've started on this one here to get that off. So it's a big job, a dusty one, but I've got to do it by today. So no point in wasting any more time, because they're coming tomorrow, and then I have to tidy it all up, take it to the dump, because they come in a big group. So there's no point wasting any more time. I've got to get this done. I've got to get it tidied up, cleaned, ready for tomorrow when they arrive, and start plastering. Big job, let's do it. Yoo-hoo! All right, mini celebration. I have finished one side here, so there is some good news and some bad news. The good news is one side is done, and the bad news is this looks wet. So that means the roof is leaking down through the bricks, and it's been getting moist here for a long time, so we do have to fix that up. We already knew that upstairs the roof was bowed and holding a lot of water, so I think it's time we have to get that fixed, because if you put the plaster on and it's wet, it's going to peel off again. The things that happen when you dig up. But it's looking good. I've put all that off there, and I've got all the way down here off as well. So that's nice. Now I have to get off under here, and this is really annoying because it doesn't want to come off. It's super difficult. But the good news is if I do get this off, it means they don't have to go and plaster on the top of it, because it's already a centimeter thick. That's another centimeter thick. So we gain a centimeter by taking a centimeter off. And it's pretty low here already, as you can see. So every centimeter counts, because we're going to go up 4 centimeters, because that's where the floor heating is coming. So there's not that much room here. And yeah, and then we've got this side to go here. This side to go. Hopefully that one comes off pretty quickly. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. This is hard work. But somebody's got to do it. And that somebody's me. Woohoo! We have done the other side. So that's 2 sides done. And also I was doing that, I did this side here as well, which came off in a big dusty mess. But I'm looking here, you know how I said I was going to get a centimeter off? Here it's a centimeter thick, but up here, it's not a centimeter thick at all. It's like really super thin. So I'm not sure if I'm even going to bother taking it off now, because it's going to take a long time to get off, and it won't be really worth anything unless it's loose. So I'll just check that. Bummer, huh? That means it's going to be a low roof here. It would be nice if that was up a lot higher. I don't know why they did it down so low. Crazy. But anyway, best view, blocked off by a wall. We'll try and have another look, but I think I'm pretty done, and now I've just got to clean it up, which is probably an even bigger job. Have a look at it all. Have a look at all the mess. Yep, it's dusty everywhere. The worst part is I just cleaned and vacuumed everywhere yesterday. So I actually did decide that it's worth it to take this off, but it's really hard to get off, so I've got the jackhammer that Hanny left me, so I'm gonna get busy in doing that. Oh gosh, it's hard work on the arms, but I think it's worth it for the extra few millimeters we're gonna get. So I'm gonna give you action point of view down here. Prepare to get dusty. Told you it was going to be dusty. Oh man, my arms are sore. So I'm all finished doing the stuff off the thingy. I'm exhausted. But I've got all the plaster off. But look at this. That's a rusty, crusty bit. So all the cement came out as well. It's all wet, so it's soaking in through from up there onto the roof. And it's obviously been doing it a while because this metal's rusted. This whole thing is wet. But I did get an extra centimeter in the end, so that's good. It's all cleaned off over the top. But now I've got another question for you guys. And I'm exhausted and I've made a mess and I don't know what to do here. All right, so the kitchen, as you can see, is quite small. So again, every centimeter counts. So I'm looking at this wall here and it's actually quite thick here. So I could jackhammer it all back here. But that means I'm gonna have to take this entire wall off up to the bricks, and I'll probably get 2 centimeters. I don't know what to do. 2 centimeters in the kitchen extra. Should I do it? Maybe I'll just try jackhammering one and see if it comes off easy, and then we'll go from there. But I'm a bit worried. I'm opening up Pandora's box here. It's gonna be a lot of extra work for 2 centimeters. Have a look how thick that is. It's got to be 2 centimeters. All right, I'm doing it. Here we go. I'm gonna get a bucket. It's dusty in here. I'm gonna talk over here. Actually, let's go outside. I'm just covered in dust here. gosh, even you guys are covered in dust. Guys, you look good. So the good news is the tiles are coming off and there is at least 2 to 3 centimeters extra that we're gaining in the kitchen. Doesn't sound like much, but then you have to put the plaster on top of that as well. So now I'm actually really happy that I've done it. It's hard work, but it's coming off better than what I expected. Yeah, it's just one of those jobs that I never would have done. Like I said about this extra centimeter, the builders wouldn't have usually bothered. They said, yeah, that's okay, but I just want to get every extra centimeter I can here. So I'm glad I do it. Let's take you back in. Look how, I don't know if you can see how dusty it is in here on the camera. Gosh, it's dusty. Put my mask on. So have a look at that. That is all the extra centimeters that we're gaining. Actually, let me see if I've got a tape measure. I've got a tape measure. 3.5 centimeters. I don't know if you can see that very well. That is so good, so worth it. Bonus extra 3 centimeters in a kitchen where I can almost touch one side to the other is really good. So all of this is going to come off here and all the way over. It's going to get even dustier. Back to the action. Woohoo! Good decision. I'm actually pretty stoked about this. There's actually no point to do it on this side because they've already plastered up there. Yeah, I would have done it here as well because it's probably just as thick here, I'm sure. But they've already plastered up there, so I will just have to leave it. Okay, I've opened Pandora's box now because have a look at this. It's the same over here. So I can take another 2 centimeters off here, this wall, and make this gap 20 centimeters wider, which is more space, which is nice. But to do that, I have to do it all along the top up here. You have to take that bit off where the bricks are, the concrete. So I have to go all the way along there, all the way along there. And then you know what that means. I can do it along here as well. But they've already plastered up there. I'm not sure what to do up there because they're plastered, but they could take that plaster off. Pandora's box, but I'm just going to keep going. I'm running out of time here. I've got to get it all done. I've got to get it all tidied up. All right, it's going pretty well so far. I'm sweating like a madman, but I've got almost all this wall down. This is taking forever to get off, and I just started on here, and it's got to be worth it, right? Look at that extra difference, but I've got to go all the way up here, and then they're plasterboards tomorrow. And then I got to do this as well. Get the extra centimeters here. I'll do it off here, and I'm also going to do it off the top there. So I've got to get cracking. Oh my gosh, it's so dusty, it's so messy in here. I'm loving it. Well, as you can see, it's dark, but I'm still here, I'm still going. Oh my gosh, oh look, so I've done this whole wall, I've done this whole wall here. It actually looks like that was an old doorway, can you see that? To the outside. And then I've just done this one here, and I've got to do the edge here. So just this one to go. And then I've got to tidy this mess up. I mean, have a look at the mess here. I've already filled up 2 buckets, and it goes all the way out here. And I cleaned up yesterday. What a nightmare, but I've got to keep going because the neighbors will probably get angry because I'm making so much noise with the jackhammer so late, so time to crack on. All right, let's have a party. Job done. That took forever, and have a look at the surprise here. There's like a hidden archway up there. So that's revealed how much stuff has actually come off there. Look at all the stuff. I've destroyed the place. That's all there. And then over here as well. So we are done for the night, but I've just got to pack all this stuff up in all the tubs. So dusty. So dusty. I've got to be up early and get here first thing in the morning because I think because I've taken this off now, these have to go in deeper. So I have to come here before the stucadors come, and maybe I need to drill these holes a bit deeper for these holes. But gonna clean this up, have a shower, get home, have a shower, and then relax. My back is so sore. Right, it's been a grilling day. There's so much cement dust in my lungs. Well, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow for the stucadors because I love when that goes in. It looks so good. My gloves, all the fingertips are worn out of them. The dustpan's almost also worn out. Been a dusty day at the house today. I've been here all day with the jackhammer knocking tiles off the wall. Have a look, it's so dusty. Look at the mess. I've made a mess. This is the kitchen room. That's all rubble that I've taken off. You can see there was an old archway, so I think that was the old door exit. All on the ground here. I've taken it all off of here. I am knackered. Woo.